Hello everybody, Planet Walls here. We are here for Classic League Qualifier 2 2003 Winter Invitational Qualifier round 5? Round 5. I'm playing against my comrade and fellow deck building buddy, Chris Cool. This is actually my deck, and let's bring up his. Can I make that happen quickly? Mid-range jacking. And here's his. It's very similar, but not identical. He's got Cobras. I don't. He's got another Seeds. That's bad for him. He's got another Colonian. He's got another Molder Slug. He's got 4 Summoning Traps in the main instead of 2, and 4 Sire of Insanity. He's also got an additional Deathrite and a Soul Ring. His sideboard has some other goods in it. We can talk about this shortly. In the meantime, let's just get this match started. It's too bad that we're playing against each other. Such is life. C'est la vie. So, I will see you in the match. And we should be back. The match has started. And, be sure to check out the Yawgmoth Soap Opera guys who are casting this as a feature match. Let's type something obnoxious here. Like, good luck, turdlet. Oh, fuck. Turdlet. Damn. Alright. So, is this hand good enough to keep? Yes. If he doesn't have any basics, we're gonna Magus of the Moon the crap out of him right off the bat. So, let's plan on that. He's definitely gonna search for some basics. But this is a decent hand. He being on the play matters at least somewhat. I just think my deck is probably better than his. Maybe we want to find a forest with Windswept Heath. Yeah, that might be worthwhile. That Summoning Trap is a little slow. So I could find a Taiga here. That might actually be the right play. Probably not. Let's just find a basic forest. And we'll cast our Mana Guy, which is about as good as his Mana Guy. If he plays a non-basic that we can take advantage with a Magus, I think I'm just going to do that. Because we have 2 forests. He might only have 1, in which case he can only jack 1. Like, again, we'll look at his deck. He's got 3 dead cards in the Seeds of Innocence, but I have, like, 5 artifact removal cards. So there's that. What's coming down here? Did he miss a land drop? Oh, no, he's just gonna make something absolutely huge. Okay. Well, that's fine. Maybe he'll play his own Magus here? Not sure. All I know is he's setting up for a sweet Sire of Insanity, it looks like. We can't make anything quite so insane as that. Yeah, there's a Magus. That's fine. Certainly not a big deal, and it looks like we're going to be able to lumber it up, which is great. I think I might actually not get the Scavenging Ooze online yet. I'm going to wait on that. In the meantime, let's make ourselves... I don't know what to name with this yet, because that Magus could die, and then I'll want something with it. So... let's just play another basic forest. That does send him a signal that my Lumberjack is nuts. But I think that should be okay. And Fauna Shaman gives us a huge advantage here. Next turn, we're setting up for let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so we can find a 6-drop with Fauna Shaman. It looks like this turn, he's got to make us discard our hand with a Sire. If he can do that, we're in serious trouble. Maybe that would have meant playing the Scavenging Ooze first, but it's also possible he doesn't have that. We would probably find... We probably wouldn't find Rurik Thar, it's just not that good. Yeah. Oh, Kazul! Nice. Okay, well that... this match is officially like 2 mentally handicapped people bashing their head against each other. Yeah, we're not going to block that Lotus Cobra. We're going to let this happen. That's fine. I could also Summoning Trap here. Truth is, I think I'm probably going to want a 5-drop. This kind of doesn't matter whatever I play here. I just want to make sure that I can cast something that I want with it. I think probably the best thing to name is just Human. But it shouldn't matter that much because this is just a mountain right now. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's load up my deck real quick. All right, so what would we want to see? Thrun does something. We could find our own Kazul. We could Crater Hellion. Crater Hellion isn't very good. I guess it kills everybody on the board. Maybe that is nuts. It doesn't kill the Kazul. We have a Flame Tongue. That kills the Kazul. That's probably worth it. And then we don't actually have to spend... wait, do we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we would still have to spend a Lumberamp. Think too hard and I time you out. These versions are so bad compared to Survival. It is true. It is known. So let's pitch ourselves this Magus. And I just want to be absolutely sure I want to find a Flame Tongue here. Flame Tongue also trades with Sire of Insanity, in case he goes that route. So let's just find Flame Tongue and make that happen. So we're going to crack a Forest for 3 and play... I think we want to play our Scavenging Ooze here. Yeah, let's use all of our red. Kill Kazul. That's fine. Yeah, whatever, and play this. Alright. I would say that worked pretty well. Scavenging Ooze should be able to quickly dominate the field, even though I only have a couple blue, or a couple green active. I could use a Lumberjack to basically pump him later on. Sire of Insanity is still kind of scary. Basically means we're starting at 0 cards. So this could be a Sire here. His Deathrite can only gain life. That's important. I bet he's going to do that right now, so I can't scavenge over something. But there's sort of a battle happening between Scavenging Ooze and Deathrite. At least that makes sense to me. I named Human on this, by the way, because we have things like Zealous Conscripts in here. I guess that's actually in the sideboard. Human might be questionable. We have Thunderscape Battle Mage. That's not very good right now. Hammer Mage. Yeah, Human was probably wrong in retrospect. Probably should have named Elf. Sorry, trying to decide if I should be humorous or not. It's hard, I know. Believe me. Alright, so if this is Colonian Hydra, that's pretty scary. But what are we going to do? We're going to pitch the Shaman. 1, 2, 3, 4... Molder Slug. Okay. That, I guess, puts a wall up for me. What? Oh, yeah. Why is it taking so long for this to go away? Yeah, that's fine. Get in there. Put me at 13. That's actually a scary life total. That's okay. Yeah, we can sacrifice an artifact. We don't care. That's nuts. Let's see if we want to do that right now. 1, 2... It's not that good because... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can make 6 mana this turn. So we can pitch... We can play a Deathrite after we blow up the world. Blowing up the world sucks when there's a Molder Slug on the table, though. So there's that. We could Summoning Trap. That doesn't seem extraordinary. But I kind of want to keep this in my pocket. So pitching a Deathrite gives us like a 2-mana guy. I actually think it might just be better to Scavenging Ooze and pass the turn, and then just figure out a way to deal with a slug soon. Alternatively, we might want to pitch our Death Right to find a Colonian Hydra, and then sack our other forest for a Colonian Hydra, but then our Scavenging Ooze really sucks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that seems right to me anyway. Huh. Yeah, we're gonna be, I think, super lame here. And just get ready to Fauna Shaman for something. Alright. And then if we have to, we can make this guy bigger to prep for a Caldera Hellion, I guess. That puts enough creatures in the board, or I'm sorry, in the turd pile, but then I lose my forest, so he can't Scavenging Ooze, and then this thing's stuck on human, which isn't that exciting. Alright, so what happens here? Just Slug comes in? Probably. Yeah, looks like it. That's fine, we're just going to take it. And I think then we probably just find Colonian Hydra. That makes sense to me anyway. Alright, yep, he can gain some life. Rurik Thar is big, but I actually don't think it's that good. We could find a Bloom Tender. That might actually be the way to go, even though it seems really stupid. Just because it gives me prolonged mana sources. But it slows down everything, too. I think that that's actually the way to go, though. So let's find a Bloom Tender. Yeah, we can sack an artifact, that's fine. We want to... another Fauna Shaman is fine, actually, because then if we blow this thing, we'll be able to follow it up. So, Bloom Tending... yeah, he likes that. Yeah, this is how we're doing it. And we're probably going to scavenge right now. At least that makes sense to me, to keep his Death Right from taking it. Because I want this to be a 4/4 so it can survive a Caldera Hellion. And then we actually set up, I think, to maybe block this turn if necessary. But probably not. Bloom Tender gives us 2. It can give us 3 if we search for a Death Right, which isn't the most urgent thing in the world. Like next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty good. We can find Thrun. That survives a Caldera Hellion too. Basically, Colonian Hydra is the scary possibility, and he has 3. But I think that might be okay. Do I go down to 7 here? Yeah, sure. We'll go down to 7. That's fine. It's a little scary, but worse things have happened. He's stuck with only 1 green and then the Death Right, so it's hard for him to do anything and also utilize Death Right. Just something I'm noticing. So let's get this show on the road. Yep. That's a really great draw, actually. So what do we do here? We play this, obviously. We can find a Caldera Hellion. Slug Beasts are big game. They are. This matchup is hard. We want to figure out a way to search out a Colonian Hydra. We have 6 right now. We could take a lot of damage. Like, I'm thinking about this Death Right. That's kind of scary. I'm really tempted to play the Caldera Hellion right now. Like, really, really tempted. Alright. I think we're gonna do it. And so I'm going to... See, I would crack the Lumberjack, right? To add 3 green. And then we play this. We sack this. We're going to 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 sack that. We're going to... What's this going to do? Exile entire birds of paradise? No. Alright. So... that shouldn't do anything. Yes, this deals 3 to everything. And then we exile his Deathrite. We exile his Lotus Cobra, and we exile his Magus. And then we attack for a gigantic 8. Alright, I think I played that correctly, and I think that that was better, pumping this, than getting a Fauna Shaman down. I do that next turn if I want to. Mana Crypt, huh? Is this going to be a Sire of Insanity? Colonian! Yeah! Ooh, so he had a follow-through here. He's going to be attacking for a lot. Alright, he's going to take 3. We just drew a Deathrite, which is actually pretty good. Let's see, so this is... He can deal 8. 9? He could kill this, and I could kill his Colonian Hydra and his Deathrite. If I attack with both, he just chumps with this. This is tough. I want to say I have to get the Deathrite down. If he blocks with these two, I just kill the Colonian, I think. I can also play this as a blocker. I can attack with both and then drop a blocker. And then 8 blocking. I think that's probably the right thing to do. He can gain some life, I guess. And we probably just eat this. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so he's just creaming that thing. If that's the case, we just eat... No, we don't kill this first. We kill him like that. He goes down to 4. My guy dies. He has to keep this alive because his Mana Crypt will kill him otherwise. Yeah, that's the way to do this. Yep. So then, now we just drop our Fauna Shaman. I think that's better than this, even though this can add mana in theory. Alright, so he goes down to 1 with Crypt. I don't think he can attack unless he has 2 blockers, but I don't know how he's going to do that. I think he probably loses this turn. Yeah, so he just cracked a fetch. Alright, so that was game 1, and we took it. Again, we have the advantage, I think, in game 1. Grafdigger's Cages can mess with his summoning traps, but his summoning traps aren't very good. I think I just want to bring in like, guys that do something. Not that. Or, yeah, probably that. I was going to say not Aladdin. I think we bring in all these things, and we cut the seeds, we cut the wasp, we cut the hammer mage. This is 62 cards, so some of these cards aren't very good. Like, Rurikthar kind of sucks. Might be better than Summoning Trap. Not convinced of that. I don't think that Graph Digger's Cage is good enough, even though it stops his Summoning Traps. This Mistcutter might be good enough because the haste. We basically just want to out-fat guy him. This card's kind of funny, but I'm pretty sure it's bad. Might be better than a Magus, though. Yeah, let's get Magus out of there. We don't need a bunch of those. He can play as Magi the Moon. We can Thunder whatever him. Alright, this is fine. We can get an early Kazul, which isn't extraordinary. I don't know what he's... I think he's boarding in Maelstrom Pulses, which are actually pretty scary. I might want to play around those. No, we won't mulligan this. This hand's fine. So we're going to start out with our Taiga probably in the Lumberjack, I think. And then follow it up with this probably on turn 2 and maybe attack for 1, depending on what he does. If he looks like he has nothing really cool to do, we might just play out the Magus and hope to disrupt his mana sources, but that probably won't happen. Yeah, that explains kind of why that would be. Thrun is probably fine here. So we're going to start out with this. Next turn, we play Wooded Foothills and probably find a basic forest with it. Alright, I think that's okay. Oh, and he's got his own jack. Alright. So that means pretty big. I'm scared about it. Ooh, what do we do about that? That's kind of interesting. We could leave him with only one forest. I kind of like that idea. But then I start taking damage from this. So if I play this, though, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana on this turn. We could play like a Thrun and a Magus. I just don't know if that's good enough. His Lotus Cobra sort of... I mean, I could make his Lumberjack worse, but that just doesn't seem very extraordinary to me. Like, do I want to ramp this turn? That's the big question. I actually think that Fauna Shaman is probably the best card that I have right now here, and getting that online is probably the most important. So let's do that. I'm actually going to attack. No, we'll leave that back to block. I kind of did a bluff there because he would probably think, like, why would I want to attack with that guy? But I will block his Cobra with this if he attacks. If he plays a Crater Hellion, I can follow that up with Mana Crypt and Kazul. Basically, the Mana Crypt lets us play a little differently because we don't have to ramp through standard means. And that could disrupt him in terms of what he thinks is going on. So who knows what he was doing there. Yep, we're doing that. I'm not sure if he saw that coming. But it was a pretty much snap block. So he probably did. Like, if this is a Caldera Hellion, maybe putting out the Thrun would have been the right play. Not sure, though. We actually won't be able to play a Kazul. Okay, that's big Hydra, buddy. That's scary. That's a lot of damage. Okay. So the question is, what do we do about that? Maybe I should have kept around my Jack as a result. Because that thing is huge. And now I will just Flame Tongue it. That's how we're going to do this. So we drew a Taiga, that's fine. I'm actually going to play this because it obscures the number of forests we have. And we're going to pitch probably our Magus, because I think it's the weakest of the cards we have. We could also Zealous Conscripts his thing on a later turn, but I think this is probably the right play. So we find Flame Tongue again, and we're going to burn that guy off. All right. So, I mean, he could, again, do something nuts. Also, we told Andy Montolio during his cast he had to make funny noises, like when Colonian Hydra attacks, it has to sound like Pseudopodia of an amoeboid creature sprouting. Yep. It goes. That's how I imagine it sounds like when this guy grows +1/+1 counters on a Scavenging Ooze. As for other sound effects, when this happens, you go. You sound like you know, a lumberjack with a saw blade. I think that's how that's supposed to go. Thought maybe was kind of a mental issue. I guess we could have let off with Kazul. Like, I could have done something fancy, where I let him attack me and make his guy an 8/8, and then stole it with the Zealous Conscripts and attacked it with it to make it a 16/16, and killing him with an exact 19 damage. But there's so much that could go wrong. Okay, this kind of sucks. Because now we're at this position where our guys are going to croak, and we've got the Crypt on the board. It should be okay in the long term, but I don't know. The funny part is Kazul will probably keep this from attacking, but it may not want to attack in by the same token. So we can play both these guys this turn, or we can play, I think playing the Kazul is the right play. Just because it keeps him from attacking. And then next turn we'll play both these guys. I think I'd probably have to get in there with this guy and just trade for the Hellion, unfortunately. Even though we're in a situation where we're keeping his guy back, it's just that Mana Crypt is going to wreck us if we don't do anything about it. So yeah, like I think I have to attack here, actually. And then he'll just trade off his guy, but that's the way this is going to be. I think I scared him a little bit there, but that's fine. So first things first, let's make a Thrun. Then let's make a Jack. Then let's make a Birds. There's no reason not to empty our hand, except for the fact that I could draw a Fauna Shaman off the top. But I think basically setting up to do anything I want, especially with the Regenerated on board, is important. Plus blockers are important. And he could crack out a Sire of Insanity. Truth is, I probably should have kept the Birds there in my hand that turn, just because it's not going to be attacking for damage. But hopefully that mistake won't cost us. We're also heavily down on the clock. He's cracking fetches probably just to... that's a pretty good rip for him. But then we keep winning Mana Crypt flips, so that's good for us. Let's get in there with this. And everything else stays. And he's going to start being able to crack in. He's in a good position now. Who do I name drop to win 2/3 of my flips? I don't know. I don't have anything clever to respond to. What did he do? Oh, he's just exiling crap. Okay, so his guy's going to be huge. We're going to probably have to sit back and block. Maybe we should have just blocked that turn. Why didn't he attack there? Stomping Ground is probably one of the worst cards we could have drawn there. So if I attack here, I think we need to keep our guy back this turn. Let me just do a fun regenerate stuff. This thing is going to be so big, and it's going to gain him so much life. We're going to die to our Mana Crypt, which is unfortunate, but that's how these things go down sometimes. If we just keep drawing... Okay, so this is where I regret now pitching the birds. I deserve it at this point. So let's pass. Maybe we should have attacked with Thrun last turn. The reason being that we could have blocked with our birds, probably. Like here, I think the thing to do is to Fauna Shaman actually for Magus of the Moon if I can, because it keeps him from Scavenging Oozing multiple times a turn. We also really want to kill our Mana Crypt somehow. We have a Tin Street we can find to kill our Crypt, but then it's just a matter of time before he can kill me with something. Maelstrom Pulse, huh? Alright. That's pretty good. Alright, so we're going to die to Mana Crypt unless we find something. That's, you know, that's something. Can't exactly complain about that. Let me think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and then we're going to have to throw our Thrun away here. Assuming there are... Because we're racing at this point. He can gain 3. Yep, okay, that's fine. We're just F6ing. Scavenging Ooze is a nightmare in this matchup for, I think, both sides. Alright, so he's at 10. We still have to worry about this Crypt. That's one of the worst cards we could have drawn. He could Pulse, but if he pulsed, he would just Pulse our Storm Breath anyway. So I'm trying to figure out, do I want to attack with both these guys? 1, 2, 3. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's going to be 5 when I have to block. So he can gain max 4 life if he plays a land, putting him at 14. So we just attack with a Storm Breath and not the Jack. I really wish I had a Dryad Arbor in my deck at this point. Basically, he has to tap out to gain as much life as he needs to die exactly, which is why I kept the Lumberjack back, because it wouldn't have added to the math very much. He's got to have something in his hand, though. It could just be like 5 mana cards. I mean, that's possible. He had to keep gaining life and stuff these other turns. Monstrous is the best thing in Classic. Lodestone doesn't make it cost more. Can't tax a monster. Alright. So, I take it that this is his concession speech. Yeah. Alright, GG's, Chris. My brother from another mother has to concede this game. Unless he's doing something. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Alright, there he goes. Alright, well, you guys watch the 5th round here. Silly mirror match. And I will see you for the next round, which will be the last round of the Swiss.